Hello, welcome to Pure Soul Alchemy with Gabriella. I'm Gabriella Espinosa, and I'll be taking us through a shamanic soul realignment process for the next 30 minutes. So find a nice, comfortable place where you can lay down, relax, and receive this session. Pure Soul Alchemy is a transmission of channeled shamanic healing technologies which restructure your creator source grid. Transformative operations and procedures are enacted for you while you comfortably relax. Through my perception and vocalization of the inner energetic grid, we are opened in ways which allow these technologies to come into our physical reality and enact change on our behalf. There will be quite a few moments of silence as I am delivering these processes. Simply rest into the silence during these times and receive the healing energies. Don't focus too much on what is being said. Simply relax and let the transmission come through and work on you. This session will be available in the on-demand episodes portion of the Blog Talk Radio Pure Soul Alchemy show homepage, and I'll also put it on my website. It's quite helpful to go back and listen again repeatedly to deepen the effects of the session and take the healing deeper. Today's show is a shamanic healing session to strengthen our connection with the loving guidance of spirit. Sometimes it can feel like we just can't catch a break. Anything that can go wrong does go wrong. During these times, it's important to take a step back and stop. Stop efforting, stop solution hunting, just stop trying. Just stop. And to bring your focus to your body and the feeling of just being. Breathing and recovering your center. There is where you remember that life isn't about these problems that need fixing. There is where you open to spirit, presence, and the loving flow of creation in action. It is in this silent space of presence that we are connected to the natural ebb and flow that is our guiding light, that obliterates the obstacles, impasses that we have mistakenly over-focused on and given relevance to. Here is where we are receiving guidance in every moment. When we are able to connect with this guidance, positive synchronicities can flow. In this session, we will bring in divine assistance to reorient our focus to the stillness of spirit and initiate the clearing of obstacles that have impeded our receptivity to the splendor of divine source. Before listening to the session, be sure to ponder the ways in which you typically get caught up in the details of life and lose sight of the perfection of existence. We will address these in our session. Allow yourself to notice any feelings or sensations that may arise during our session. Allow your mind to watch, witness, notice where you have intense internal responses, and give your higher self and spirit full permission to transform your inner planes of consciousness to what is real, true, beautiful, and best for your well-being. Now settle into your stillness, falling into your natural deep breathing rhythm. Bring into your awareness, bring into your heart, and bring into your pelvic bowl your trust that universe is handling everything that feels unsettled in your life. Remembering that there is nothing you need to do, there's nothing you need to fix. Rest now in the knowing that you are held by spirit at all times and that your orientation to life is undergoing a vastly improved change. Let that take hold in your sight, in your heart, and in your life as we go through our session. So connecting with our divine physical and non-physical intelligence to align completely with our own core essence, aligning with the fundamental and essential aspects of ourselves, aligning with the earth, the sun, the moon, with our own Mother, Father, God self, with our own inherent creator self, and our right placement in the universe. The purest healing source within us is our own deepest aspect. We agree to serve as our own healing agent and to serve from and as our own ultimate inner counsel, the all that I am. We now invoke, welcome, and receive our beloved Mother and Father God to exact their loving, divine, blessed grace directly into our healing proceedings today. So I receive all the healing points in advance. However, lots of processes come through in the moment betweens. So we're going to start with healing point number 1. Healing marginalization of our soul trajectory. Healing disbelief, disownership, and healing any lack of claiming of our own inner authority, our higher authority, our deeper knowing, our deeper wisdom. Healing a lack of faith in ourselves, healing a lack of faith in life, bringing in a healing for the lack of claiming the universal knowing force that we are. Great. So we're going to do a clearing of insubstantiation of ourselves, of our pathways, of our inner knowing, of the deeper knowing, the universal knowing that we can always tap into. Great. Healing beliefs of insubstantiation. Not knowing or acknowledging our true value. Great. And initiating a process for recovering, recuperating, touching our value, deep inner sense of worth, optimization of claiming relative hidden aspects, healing the terror of admitting to ourselves our own potency, our true potency, healing the terror of admitting just how powerful we really are, how potent, how effective we really are. Making peace with this as it will feel foreign. That's just a given that comes with the territory. Great. Healing, hiding away from our true strength. Clearing emotional escapism and egoic subterfuge. Distracting us from the information, the higher and inner knowing, wisdom, direction, guidance that is coming our way at all times. It's always there. It just gets covered up, and that's what we're working on clearing at this time. Dissolving the addiction, the compulsion to drama, stories, soap opera, life situations, etc. dissolving drama making, pain causing antics and habits which are used as diversionary tactics to avoid the fear of facing our power, facing our strength, facing our true wisdom, and facing the fact that we have the answers, the necessary answers. We can tap into them. Right, doing a solar plexus chakra energy release as we even deeper clear fear of facing the irrelevance of story investments. They're irrelevant. They have nothing to do with our true power. Bringing in divine healing support for us to further disconnect from these distractions and embrace more fully the truth of our deep knowing. Great. We want to clear past incidences of suffering at the expense of ridicule, ways in which we have been ridiculed in the past that overlay our inherent ability to connect to the truth, to the solutions, and tap into the true issues at hand. Great. Healing point number 3, healing addiction, compulsion to problem solving, overthinking, overinvesting our thinking, our mental body, so much so that it causes depletion and it misdirects our focus from what is truly going on. Great. Bringing in a healing for the belief that we have to fix it, solve it, work it, or do something in order to overcome or achieve. Healing the belief that we are in control. Surrendering to the knowing that we have no control. Great. Let's go ahead and clear some fear around that. It's very scary for these patterns that are invested in problem solving, because that means that a part of us has to die essentially. And the fact of the matter is that nothing is dying. It's just something illusory is being discarded. And what we're focusing here on is the illusion that we're the ones in charge, that we're the ones in control, when really life is in control. The flow of life, the flow of spirit is in control. Surrendering to the knowing that we have no control. Relaxing into the flow of the divine heart. And relaxing into the knowledge that the divine heart has everything, and I mean everything, well in hand. Healing the deep belief that we are alone, that there is no support, no one to have our backs, catch our fall. Healing this illusion of separation from the divine heart, from divine source. Great. And so let's do a clearing for our heart space. Great. And we want to do a clearing for it almost feels like a wiry energy that tries to steer the natural flow of the heart. Great. So we want to begin doing a dissipating of this wiry energy. That's how my heart or my body is experiencing it. It may feel different for you, but that's what we're clearing right now. This energy that feels like wiry, almost electrical. Great. Heart recovering its capacity to reclaim its center, its true ownership, and its true role in participating in the flow of life. Healing point number 4, reclaiming inspired unity in our creation process. Reclaiming the palpable awareness that we are doing nothing, that we are simply being moved, being guided, and shown the way at all times. The love of universal flow guiding us, moving us. Recovering the experience of this as a blessing, as a relief. As fun. Great. And so what we want to do is we want to do a process for the brow chakra, the 6th chakra, recovering our spiritual gaze, the inspiration that comes through via the brow chakra, but also the crown chakra. Great. And expanding the connection with the heart. These 3 centers working in unison, working collaboratively. Recovering the truth that we are never alone, that Spirit has our back at all times, especially in the moments that are challenging. And recovering our capacity to remember this, especially in those times. Recovering, experiencing the ultimate authenticity with what is presenting itself in the moment, in each moment. Great. Lung re-establishment of proper alignment, proper positioning, proper orientation, in tune with divine source, the flow of divine source. Healing point number 5, giving yourself permission to just stop. When things get thick, feel heavy, feel unsolvable, overwhelming, recovering our ability to allow ourselves to just stop. Let it go. The solution's not in the suffering. It's not in the worrying. It's not in the agonizing over it. bringing your focus to your body and the feeling of just being, recovering your ability to breathe and recover your center, especially during trying times. It is through the breath, it is through the centering. Even if you don't fully attain your center, the movement towards your center is enough. Here's where you remember that life isn't about these problems, these so-called problems that need fixing, or the accompanying emotions, intense emotions. Here's where you open to spirit, presence, the loving flow of creation and action. Contacting the silent space of presence where we are connected to the natural ebb and flow that is our guiding light, that obliterates the obstacles, impasses that we have mistakenly over-focused on and temporarily believed in. Here is where we are receiving guidance in every moment, up-leveling our capacity, our ability to connect with this guidance so that positive synchronicities can flow. Bringing in divine assistance to reorient our focus to the stillness of spirit and initiate the clearing, cleansing of obstacles that regularly impede our receptivity to the splendor of divine source. Great, and we're going to do a focused application of all of these processes every day for the next several months to come. And we're bringing our session to a close. Thank you so much for tuning in to Pure Soul Alchemy with Gabriella. It is highly recommended that you listen to this session repeatedly. It will be available in the on-demand episodes portion of my show page and on my website. This will deepen the effects of the session and take your healing further with each replay. To schedule an individual session and for more info, visit www.puresoulalchemy.com. This is Gabriella Espinosa. Have a wonderful day.